COVID-19 is putting humanity to the test. That's the way I see it. It's an invisible, ever-moving, evolving enemy. The majority of us, in other words, the layman cannot see it, cannot hear it, and maybe cannot even feel it if they're asymptomatic. This virus just moves from one soul to the next, quietly, secretive, and unknowing. None of us are immune to this virus. None of us are immune to catching this virus. Whether we show symptoms or not is a different matter. But life goes on. Life moves forward, albeit tentatively and selectively. We need to keep moving forward. It's almost like we're in a parallel universe, living a parallel life to what we normally live. It's almost like, we're in a video which is glitched. And we're just not quite back on par with where we should be. Slightly behind and always playing catch up. Normally we all look to one person or a group of people who would have the answer. But in this case, it really feels like no one has the answer. Not the true answer. Sure, the true answer is in a vaccine. But everything up to the vaccine is trial and error. No one has experienced this situation before now. COVID-19 has the potential to change all of us, to change our way of life, to change our living, our habits, our normalities. It's definitely thought-provoking. Scary at times. You wonder, how can a virus be as it is, but we don't see it? For many of us, 2020 was going to be a good year. 2020. Just the date in itself sounds positive, sounds futuristic, sounds progressive, sounds complete. But it's almost like it's inverted on itself to possibly become one of the worst, or if not the worst year on record for many of us, for different reasons. Some of us have lost loved ones, and that's deep. That is deep. Many of us have lost our income, our work, jobs, our self-worth, our confidence has been knocked. Our way of living is altered. And it's almost like we're just on a treadmill. Just pedaling along, looking ahead, trying to keep out of the way of other people. It makes me wonder if there's a bright side to this. Of course, people dying and people in pain is not a bright side and is never good. But is there a learning for the human race from this? My worry is that once this pandemic has surpassed, we as a race will adopt our old habits back. I hope we can definitely learn something from this. I really do. I hope we can learn something of meaning for us all. Take that forward. This is definitely a time for us to look at ourselves and be quiet, without the distractions of so many bells and whistles and deadlines and prompts and schedules, quotas, and all of that. I mean, at times it's literally possible to sit somewhere relatively quiet and actually hear yourself think. And I think that should be done more and more. Listen to our inner self. Now, now's the time for us to be able to do that. And I think our inner self does want better things for us and for our world. I think if we had the opportunity as a human race to do better for the environment, better for our own people, better for our families, better for the human race, we would. If it's at no expense to us. I think the cost of doing good for many people is a challenge. If it's going to be a detriment to them. So let's see where this will take us. We're now in the spring of 2020. So the weather is definitely changing from what it was when COVID-19 started. It'd be interesting to see whether the warmer weather has an impact on COVID-19.